We're here today with author Robert LoDolce, and we're talking about his book, The Praying Atheist. Welcome to the Author's Corner.
Thank you. That's what I'm supposed to say. Okay, carry on.
So I wanted to ask you about one of the things in your book where you're talking about life, okay? And you say, every action a human being takes will have both negative and positive repercussions for various forms of life. The life that flourishes at the expense of life. So what do you mean by that?
Well, it's pretty obvious. Every action you take is going to have a negative action for something or someone somewhere. We tend in this world of spirituality and politics, all these groups and individuals make the claim that they're doing what's right and good for everybody. All I'm trying to say in that simple sentence is that life doesn't work that way. When someone gets, somebody doesn't get. You can't give to everyone and everything on the planet. If you're going to eat, just the act of eating is cost life. Even if you're just eating beans and cauliflower, somebody's got to wipe out acres and acres of land, wipe out maybe people that live there, animals, insects, all kinds of things, so we can get our broccoli. Somebody pays, and something always pays. Because life survives upon life. Okay. That's just the unfortunate reality of the world.
So what do you think about today's political, I don't want to say conflict, but we had quite, and maybe still do have quite a political debate about maybe new socialism, or about everyone should be able to have things such as schooling, education, different things in our society. Some people believe everyone should have it. It should be free to everyone. What is your opinion about this new way of thinking?
Well, it's not a new way of thinking. And I have to be honest, I don't value opinions anymore like I used to, which means I don't really value my own opinion. Opinions are narrow, and beliefs, they're like beliefs. The reason opinions are so narrow is because you can't know everything there is to know about everything. So maybe socialism could work under a certain situation. Maybe it will happen and then it'll end. Maybe it has to happen and destroy everything. We don't really know what the answer is to a question like that. So do you think it would
be like your book? In your book, you talk about life that flourishes at the expense of life, human or otherwise. If everyone is supposedly flourishing, would there not be consequences if what you're saying is correct?
Well, that's my point, though. Everything isn't flourishing. Right. A lot of that is a sales pitch to get the people who want to get reelected, or groups that want to get into power. Why somebody comes into power and comes out of power is beyond my understanding. A lot of people will talk about how it happens, why it happens, when it happens. But to me, there's too many factors. Why one group is in power and then all of a sudden isn't, is anyone's guess. I know there's a lot of claims when people want to get in power, that they're going to make things better for everybody, or they're going to do the right thing. And who knows if there's any truth to that. I don't know. I mean, part of writing this book has showed me is that I really don't know anything. I don't know what's right. I used to say, I know what's right, I know what's wrong. We dropped an atomic bomb at one time. That needed to be done. It was the right thing to do. And now half the country is starting to be on the fence about that. I don't know. So if this book taught me anything, is that I don't know. And because I realized I don't know, I don't believe that everyone else knows either. People today talk like, oh, they're so sure about everything. How we don't know. We know food goes in one end, it comes out the other, and we're hungry 3 times a day. I don't know if we know much more than that. But
okay, well, thank you. Thank you for explaining that. I understand your perspective now. And
warped perspective.
Your perspective, your warped perspective. And we'll have another episode of The Praying Atheist and Robert LoDolce coming up soon. So stay tuned.